Hello, welcome back to another Pen Talk. Thanks for tuning in. In the interest of expanding my scope and still staying within the context of Pen Talk, you're not being deceived by your eyes. Yes, you see 4 ballpoint pens. I got an interesting email a few weeks ago from Stanley, representing a California firm that customizes pens, primarily I think for the corporate market. All of these can be engraved with a name. These were not engraved, but I was intrigued when I looked at the, I think, thousands of pens on his site. Here's the website. I asked him what his most popular ones were, and he gave me some suggestions, and out of those I selected these 4. So these top 3 you may recognize as looking somewhat like a bullet. So I think I need to give some background information on that. I mean, when I grew up in Pennsylvania, guns were, everybody had one. We all went hunting. I used a .22 rifle to keep the groundhogs out of our garden, so we had food to eat. And that was just normal. I mean, I shot a .45 from World War II, almost took my hand off. I used to go to gun ranges and collect the empty shells. I used to go to Army Navy stores, and some of you may remember they used to have like 50 caliber and 20 millimeter shells, you know, bullets that had been drained of powder, and the primer had been removed. But, you know, I enjoyed them. I enjoyed they were made out of metal. I didn't have any other moral impact to it. Today's world is completely different, and this is not a political video, so we're not going to go into that. So I just appreciate the artwork, the design, and the pens are interesting. So we're going to take a look at these pens in a little bit more detail and show you how they write. They're ballpoints. So without further ado, we're going to dive in. So this pen is appropriately called Wooden Stylus. I like the checkerboard design in the barrel. And we need to be honest, these are not high-end pens. These are not Mont Blancs. These are functional writing instruments, and that stylus at the end works fine. Yeah, just a twist action. You just unscrew the cap to change the refill. Looks like your standard cross refill, or sorry, Parker refill. Nice metal threads. You know, interesting, there's a metal insert into the barrel. The cap is pretty heavy. We'll give you those weights. Obviously, we don't talk about posting. But, you know, overall, I think the pen is extremely well made. One of the things that all the pens share in common is the plating work isn't perfect. But again, these are not high-end pens. But to most people that would touch this pen and use this pen, they would probably find it to be very nice and very functional. So on to these 3 bullet design pens. Very shiny, new brass look. Some type of plating, a different kind of like a rose color here for the bottom cap. I didn't clean these up. These are as received. Yeah, this is your standard, you know, push to extract and retract the refill, and it's the same refill in all of them. They all unscrew with a lot of threads, which I think is good. Yeah, and that same, we'll call it Parker refill. These 2 are the same design with just some different visuals and aesthetics on them. You know, that's a rifle clip. That's not something you're going to find on every pen. All of the clips on these pens are pretty stiff and springy. You know, there's a wooden insert here. Looks like a red type wood. You have some matte finish down here, and then this looks like it's a common color, rose-colored plating that they use for it. And this has your bolt action to extract the refill. Kind of reminiscent of an American pen manufacturer that I think uses a similar type of method on some of their items. This one unscrews down below, so it's a little bit of a different design, and I guess that's because of the mechanism up top. But again, I mean, overall an attractive pen. Not discussing the actual theme of the pen, I'm looking at it just from, as I would say, a piece of art. So here it is in a gunmetal finish. Might be reminiscent of some of the fountain pens that come in this type of finish. You have your gold finial at the end. Again, a bolt action to extract the refill. Plain finial at the top. Compare those two different colors. So consistent quality is one of the things I would say that these are representative of. So why would you be interested in these, and why might you pursue them? Well, like I said, I think this company is designed to corporate sales, putting logos on your writing instruments, which at one point in time was a very common thing, and it still is. I mean, you go to a hotel, there's usually a pen in the room or multiple pens in the room with the name of the hotel on it, and if you're like me, you generally take them home with you because you can always use a ballpoint. And when they stop writing, you basically throw them away because a refill costs more than the pen's worth. I have confirmed that a Parker refill fits fine, works well in these pens. So you got a source of refills. I'm certain buying refills other than Parker are going to be less expensive, but you can use the Parker style refill. As expected, the pen fits fine in the hand. Whether the refill is retracted or expelled, whatever that term is. Let's see how this ballpoint writes. It writes well, consistent. No line variation, but that's what you would expect. It feels nice. It feels like a quality ballpoint, if that could be an apt phrase. So I put in the Parker refill and it works fine. Sorry about it. It's an old refill and it's inconsistent writer, but that nothing to do with the fact that it's a Parker. Just wanted to show you that it does work. So I would be remiss to not have a fountain pen. And this is a fountain pen I bought on eBay for I think 20 bucks. Interesting finish. It's a Pilot. But this has one unique little feature on it. It's a corporate pen. Iraqi Airways. I just couldn't pass this up when I saw it. And the other thing that's amazing is a corporate pen. It has a gold nib. I mean, that's amazing. So this was not an inexpensive giveaway. I'm assuming it's a giveaway. They may have sold it in the Iraqi Airways, magazine where you buy things on the plane because you're bored. The section here is a little bit different colored. You open it up and there's nothing inside, but it's a classic Pilot, converter or cartridge would work in here. I haven't done a review on this pen, but I just thought I would bring it out since we were talking about pens and using them for supporting corporate logos. So hopefully you've enjoyed and have stayed with me now. Thank you, Stanley, for sending me these pens. I will certainly use them. And if any of my viewers out there find them interesting, then please pursue them. They came very quickly. They shipped from California. Lungsal International. So, unlike some of the other pens, and I'm pretty certain these are probably made somewhere overseas, and that makes them relatively affordable, but I think the quality level is there, and there's some interesting designs. So may you have a wonderful day, enjoy all the writing experiences, and maybe some of them aren't fountain pens, but we sometimes have to use other writing instruments. So have a great day, great morning, great evening. Enjoy your day, enjoy every day, and may every day have some writing involved. Till the next video, bye.